After spectaculars like Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Raiders of the Lost Ark, you'd think making a straightforward drama about real people would be a relaxing interlude for Steven Spielberg. But that's not quite true, he says, because as a director, shooting The Color Purple confronted him with different kinds of problems than the ones he's become used to solving in past productions.
There was a lot of first, second take magic that happened on this movie that I feel very fortunate that did, because, and also it's wonderful to be able to have some control. I felt I had no control of special effects. I felt I had so much more control of these characters.
When you look back over the films that you've made, which of them was the happiest experience for you, the happiest shoot while you were making it?
Well, there were three for me that were equally happy. There was Color Purple, which is the most recent in my memory, so I can say right now it was the happiest. It was E.T., which was an extraordinary experience for me because E.T. taught me and proved to me that I wanted to have kids, and I now have a son. And there was Churlon Express, my first film, which was a wonderful experience. Everything else in between was impossible and just got harder from that moment on.
On the other side of that, which was the most difficult? Which do you have the least pleasant memories of?
Jaws. Answer that quickly.
Really?
Jaws was the least pleasant memories were from Jaws. Not from the film or the results, but from the process of shooting on the ocean, which was very hard to do.
What was so hard about shooting on the ocean?
Well, just nothing stays still. You know, it's all over the place. I felt about a month into the project that I made a stunning error, and when the studio tried to talk me into shooting it against a process screen in a tank of water, and I said, no, I want reality, that I was a fool.
Tomorrow, Spielberg on fatherhood. So you think it's easy being Steven Spielberg? Well, consider this. After making many of the top-grossing films of all times and coming up with a hit with almost everything he puts his name on, people start expecting him to produce a blockbuster each and every time. So when he departs radically from what he's known for, with The Color Purple, a drama about poor blacks in the rural South earlier in the century, does he feel a lot of pressure?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a great deal of pressure. Luckily, the pressure isn't the kind of pressure that other people were under, where world opinion and world policy changes under that kind of pressure. My pressure is much more of an artistic pressure, where it's a pressure that I find within myself to please myself and expand my own kind of experiences in movie making. It's one of the reasons I did Color Purple, because it was going to strengthen areas that I felt I was weak up.
I'm sure there must be pressure, too, in the relationships that you have with other people, because just by virtue of your having so much power, you must intimidate people even if they don't admit it.
I intimidate everybody I meet for 5 minutes, and then they'd sit down and say, God, you know, you're not like I thought you were. And I love that part, but it's the uncomfortable first 5 minutes that makes me as nervous as it makes them. I mean, on interviews, I'm more nervous than the actors coming in to meet me, because I know they're going to be so nervous meeting me. And it wasn't like this way 5 years ago. This is sort of a new development, like a post-Raiders development, that I like put on a show to try to make them feel more comfortable, and in the process I make myself into a complete fool trying to relax everybody.
Spielberg may be an imposing presence in the industry, but at home he says it's a different story. He and Amy Irving just got married. They have a 6-month-old son, Max. Has fatherhood been what you expected it to be?
Yeah, it's been what I expected it to be. No sleep, up all night, changing diapers, just number one. Amy does both. And having a great time. I mean, just having a wonderful time, worrying about everything. You know, the minute he runs a slight fever, to the doctors. The minute he cries, and it's not a safety pin, and it's not, you know, the fact he's hungry, and it's not the fact what's beheld, right to the doctor. I'm really nervous father here.
In New York, Stuart Rosenthal, Channel 2 News. Just keep it up, and thanks so much for taking this time.
No, thanks. Thanks.
It's been a pleasure.
Talking.